Hello, I'm delighted to say that this book, pay-per-view in print, is now available. It's my first book and I'm really very pleased with how it's turned out. I decided in late 2018 to take selected transcripts from my podcast pay-per-view and make them into a book. Very quickly after I started, however, I realised that won't be enough and I need to include a ton of extra information as well. Anyone who reads the book will see the enormous amount of research which went into the book's near 400 pages. There's also a lot of images as well to illustrate the book. I wrote the book right the way through 2019 and I was planning on publishing it earlier this year. However, current events meant that didn't happen and delayed the publication, as I wanted time to research and write about this in the book as well, which I do across nearly 30 pages in the final chapter. By current events I mean COVID-19, examining every element of the story and applying it to the first 90% of the book. I started my journey, if you like, in 2007 to answer the big questions. What is human society, who is really running it, and why is the world as it is, and where is it going? I answered these questions in the book and I discovered that one of those answers was that society globally is directed and dictated according to an agenda, and that's the agenda this book exposes in fine detail. What I find most amazing is that the first 90% or so of the book was ready to be published earlier this year, and as a result of current events I watched predictions in that first 90%, which I've been talking about for years, play out. Because they're not predictions, they're knowledge of an agenda. Society is agenda driven, not people driven. Current events at any point in time are not random or spontaneous, and the people announcing the decisions are not the ones ultimately making them, and that fact becomes abundantly clear when reading pay-per-view in print. If there's one thing which would transform people's understanding of society and the world overnight, then it's understanding A, the existence of this agenda, and B, what on earth is the agenda, and the structure of control and manipulation necessary to implement the agenda, globally, nationally and locally. And that's why I've written the book. I wrote the book as an introduction, and I'm aiming it mostly towards people new to the information. I've tried to present the information as simply as I can, so new people have a springboard from which to go deeper if they wish, although there's a heck of a lot of information for people who are deeper down the rabbit hole, so to speak. The book just connects an enormous number of dots and covers a wide range of subjects right across society. And it's, I can tell you, it's massively explosive in terms of certain subjects, PC subjects. And people who read the book will see what I mean in terms of what it says and how it says it. Because we've reached a point now where we've just got to say things as they are. I highly recommend the book to parents because I talk about every way kids and young people are impacted by this agenda and explain how and why they are the most targeted generations in human history. I also talk about the technological dystopian endgame, which is massively ensnaring young people, probably more than anyone else at the moment. When you survey the world, it's no exaggeration, I can assure you after being on this road for nearly 15 years, to say that this book really could not have been published at a more important time in human history.